In 1997, NVIDIA was 30 days away from bankruptcy. No hype, no AI, no trillion-dollar valuation, just a tiny company burning cash. And one last gamble. Today, NVIDIA is worth more than Apple, more than Google, and sits at the center of the biggest technological shift of our lifetime. So how did a failing graphics company end up owning the future of AI? This is the story of NVIDIA. Back in the early 90s, computers were boring. Gray boxes, ugly screens, zero imagination. But one man saw something different. Jensen Huang, an immigrant kid who grew up cleaning bathrooms, washing dishes, and studying electrical engineering because he believed technology was leverage. In 1993, Jensen co-founded NVIDIA with a simple idea. Computers should look good. At the time, that idea sounded stupid. Why waste processing power on graphics? But NVIDIA bet everything on GPUs, chips designed to handle massive amounts of calculations at the same time, and it almost destroyed them. NVIDIA's first products failed. Their second ones, too. They burned millions. Competitors laughed. Investors panicked. By 1997, NVIDIA had enough cash for one last chip. One. If it failed, the company was dead. That chip was called Riva 128. It worked. Barely. But it saved NVIDIA. And more importantly, it taught Jensen a rule that would define the company forever. Bet early, bet big, or die. In the 2000s, gaming exploded, and NVIDIA owned it. While competitors focused on cheap hardware, NVIDIA focused on developers, ecosystems, and performance. They weren't selling chips. They were selling dreams, better graphics, more realism, more power. By the 2010s, NVIDIA GPUs were everywhere. PC gaming, workstations, data centers. The company was successful, but not legendary, yet. Here's the part everyone missed. In 2012, researchers discovered something insane. GPUs weren't just good at graphics. They were perfect for artificial intelligence. Training AI models requires billions of parallel calculations, exactly what GPUs were built for. While the world ignored it, NVIDIA went all in. They built CUDA. They invested in AI researchers. They optimized software, not just hardware. For years, Wall Street didn't care. NVIDIA stock barely moved. But Jensen knew. When AI exploded, there would be only one supplier. Then came ChatGPT. Suddenly, every company on Earth wanted AI, and every AI needed NVIDIA chips. Demand exploded overnight. Data centers panicked. Governments lined up. Tech giants begged for supply. NVIDIA wasn't just selling chips anymore. They were selling infrastructure for intelligence. By 2024, NVIDIA became a $3 trillion company, built on a bet they made over a decade earlier. NVIDIA isn't winning because of luck. They control hardware, software, developers, ecosystems. Switching away from NVIDIA is expensive, slow, and painful. That's not a product. That's a moat. And Jensen Huang, he still wears the same leather jacket, still thinks long-term, still bets before everyone else understands the game. NVIDIA didn't win by following trends. They won by creating the infrastructure before the world was ready. And that's the real lesson here. The biggest opportunities look useless, until suddenly, they're unavoidable. If you want more stories about companies that shape the modern economy, subscribe to Putting in Context, because nothing makes sense until you put it in context.